Hey Hatchet Crew, welcome to your Saturday workout. So if you did yesterday's workout, I'm sure your abs are incredibly tender. So what we're going to be doing today is just solely focusing on the upper body to give those abs a little bit of a break. So our warm-up here is going to consist of a 10-minute AMRAP, and it's going to really make sure that your arms, chest, and everything in the upper body is ready to go for today's workout. So 10-minute AMRAP, we're going to grab a PVC pipe. Let me grab that real quick. If you don't have a PVC pipe, you can just use a broomstick or anything long and skinny that you can use to hang on to. So we're going to go into 10 pass-throughs to really open up the shoulders and open up your pecs. A lot of people have tight pecs. So 10 reps here. You're trying to keep the elbows straight. It's very common people to bend their elbows like so. Try to avoid that. If you have really tight shoulders, go as wide as you possibly can. So then you're going to go into what we call front rack openers. So you're going to take your long broomstick handle or whatever you have at home, and you're going to put it in your right hand, bring it behind you, and then you're going to reach underneath your armpit to grab that PVC pipe, and you're going to just pull it up, and it's going to give you some leverage here to open up your shoulder. It's going to get you in a different way. It's going to get some lat involved there. So you're just going to kind of do 10 of these where you pry it open, and then you do 10 reps on this side, just prying it open like so. Then you're going to go into 10 big circles across your chest. We'll do 10 forward, and then we'll go 10 backward. Like so. We'll go into 10 down dog, up dog. So hold like the plank position. You're going to drop your hips down, look up towards the ceiling, and then pop those hips up and look through those arms. And you're just going to rock back and forth between these two movements. Then we're going to go into what we call scorpion. So you're going to lay down on your stomach, arms out to the sides, take that foot, try to get it as close to that hand as possible, and then rock back and forth. 10 reps there. So set 10 minutes on the clock, 10 reps of everything. Just rotate through smoothly. Just try to take it as a warm-up, not a workout. Cool. So we're going to jump into our workout today. You kind of have the option, depending on what type of equipment you have. If you have the ability to do some sort of pull-up or ring row or anything that's going to allow you to pull your body weight, you're going to turn this into a 20-minute EMOM. If you don't have that ability, you're just going to end up doing an 18-minute EMOM. So I'll start off and then I'll add in that pull-up at the end. So on minute 1, you're going to perform 10 strict press with your dumbbells. Pop those dumbbells up in the front rack position. One ahead of the dumbbell is touching the shoulder, bracing through the midline. Press up in a straight line and then bring it back down in a controlled manner. If you have too heavy of dumbbells, you can always just drop down to one dumbbell and do a single dumbbell press from here. So you're doing 10 of those on minute 1. On minute 2, you're going to go into 10 dumbbell curls. Like so. Again, if your dumbbell is too heavy, or your dumbbells rather too heavy, drop down to one dumbbell and do single dumbbell curls. On minute 3, we're going to go into 10 push-ups. Now obviously push-ups are quite difficult for most people, so picking a scaling variation for you that makes sense is important. So full range of motion for every progression. Chest touches the ground, elbows lock out, racing through the midline. Again, if I have to drop down to my knees, that's fine. If I elevate myself up onto a box, also fine. And then for those of you that are really good at push-ups, you can do your push-ups in a deficit on your dumbbells. And then on minute 4, if you have the ability to, you're going to perform 10 pull-ups. Regardless, most people won't be able to do these unassisted, so you're going to have a band-like system. Some people have that at home, some people don't. If you have, I know that I've seen some crazy things where people are kind of using the bottom edge of their table and they're doing like a ring row, kind of a chin-up ring row style. Anything that's going to allow you to get a pulling style motion is what we're looking for. But that is not necessarily included in today's workout. So if you don't have that pull-up variation, you're just going to do the 10 press, 10 curl, and the 10 push-ups for 6 rounds, which will be 18 minutes. If you do have the pull-up, you're going to do the 10 press, 10 curl, 10 push-up, 10 pull-ups for a total of 5 rounds. Okay guys, so there's no score in today's workout. Get after it, get a good arm pump, and we'll see you next week.